This crypto company spent over 700 million just to rename the Staples Center, only to firing almost half of its staff the next year to survive the downturn of the market. Today, I'm diving into the rabbit hole called crypto.com and trying to work out if it's trustworthy, how it works, and what can you do with the app. I am not a crypto expert, just a beginner learning. I opened an account in crypto.com recently for automated trading, and now I want to know why 150 million people around the world are using it. Okay, first a short recap. Started in 2016 in Singapore as Monaco. In 2018, rebranded as Crypto.com when they bought the domain. Today, the business employs over 4,000 people and have offices everywhere, including one next to the White House. More about that later. So what is Crypto.com? Crypto.com is a cryptocurrency exchange. And what is that? Okay, it's kind of like a fish market. When you walk into a fish market, you see rows of seafood. You have tuna, mackerel, swordfish, cod, what have you. Now you can buy any of these fish with your money. And instead of eating it, you can then trade your tuna for cod, for example, if you can make a profit in the trade. Once you're ready to go home, you can sell all your fish and see how much money you made that day. So in effect, trading on the crypto market is just like a modern version of buying and selling fish with the intention of earning some money in the process. Some fish are more expensive, some fish are cheaper, there is supply and demand, and by understanding that you can make a profit. But how did Crypto.com grow into one of the biggest fish markets with 150 million people? It's incredible how fast they grew. Back in 2020, they only had 5 million users, so that's a massive jump in 5 years. One reason is that they were early in the game and gave their users something very important that allowed them to take this vague concept of internet money into something people can actually use and pay with in store, the Crypto.com Visa card. More about that later. Another reason was the fact that they made their app and web platform very easy to use. You have all the big and small cryptocurrencies available, and you can easily buy and sell them with dollars or euros. And finally, they made huge sponsorship deals that gave them a lot of visibility, including Champions League, Twitch esports, F1, and yes, to rename the Staples Center to Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. But before you download the app, I added a link below, there's something we need to clarify. When you go to your app store, there is 2 Crypto.com apps available. So which one to pick? If I can use an analogy from gambling here, the Crypto.com app is more like a slot machine, while the Crypto.com exchange is like Texas Hold'em. So just like a slot machine, it's easy to play. Press a button and the wheel spin, so to say. There's more to it, which I will cover in a minute. On the other hand, the exchange is like playing poker. To play on this side, you need to know the rules. You'll see charts, candlesticks, trend lines, and other things that are advanced tools for traders. So in summary, if you're a casual user, go with the app, and if you're a trader, pick the exchange. Please also note that these platforms are not available in every country. There is a lot of regulations and red tape related to crypto trading. At the end of this video, I'll talk more about the safety of Crypto.com. You can use both apps with just one profile, but note that the accounts are separate. So if you have cash money on the app, it doesn't show in the exchange. How do I know? I did this mistake myself. However, you can send crypto from one account to another, so it's not a problem. Next, we have exclusive features that work only in the app. Let's take a look. The most important feature, in my opinion, is the debit card. As a user, you get a free Crypto.com Visa, the basic Midnight Blue card. So where can you use it? Guess what? Anywhere where they accept Visa and ATMs around the world with no annual fees. That's a pretty good deal. You can apply for it in the app and get the card delivered in your mailbox. However, things get more interesting on the higher level. If you get the Ruby Plus card, you don't pay any trading fees up to 20K per month. You get 2% card spending rewards, 0% foreign exchange fees, and coming soon, 4.5% interest rate for the cash on your account, and 5% cashback on crypto.com travel. So by the time you're watching this, they should be available. There are two options how to get this card. Either pay €4 per month, I guess that's $4 in US, and that's 48 euros or dollars per year. Or you can buy and stake Cronos for 450 euros or dollars and get the card for free. Cronos is Crypto.com's own token, and staking means the same as a fixed deposit, which means you can't sell the amount you're holding for 12 months. So it's sort of a fixed term savings account. For me, this sounds like a good deal if you're trading more, using the card for purchases and use it to buy flight tickets and so on. I think I'll get the Plus card soon as my trading career picks up. From there, you have two higher levels with better deals, which are aimed at bigger fish, so to say. We're beginners here, so I'll skip them for now. And if you see different fees, figures, and benefits on your screen, that's because they might have different offers for different countries and due to change over time. Now, let's talk more about Cronos, because that is related to the fact that Crypto.com just opened an office in Washington, D.C., near the White House. This was done to rub elbows with US decision makers. However, there's a much bigger development brewing underneath. In August 2025, Crypto.com and Trump Media Group announced that they will establish a new public company called Trump Media Group CRO Strategy Inc. and fund this based with $1 billion worth of Cronos and a $5 billion credit line to buy more CRO in the future. What does this mean in practice? The deal is valued at $6.4 billion US dollars, and this new treasury of Cronos will hold a massive amount of the CRO currency. It will also be a publicly traded company, so you can buy its stocks. How will this affect the price of Cronos? I don't know. Write a comment to give your prediction. What is clear, however, is that Cronos is now playing in the major league. But what can you do with Cronos on the Crypto.com platform? Glad you asked. Cronos is their own utility token that unlocks better benefits for users. You get high returns and lower fees. As mentioned, you can stake it, which is like a fixed deposit, and the more you stake, the better the benefits, like the debit card, airport lounge access, discount for Netflix, and cashback that is paid in Cronos. Staking Cronos also helps you to earn higher interest rate on other cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can also get zero fees for trading and get better rates. And finally, you can buy featured products, gift cards, and Crypto.com merch to get cashback. Now, let's cover the options for staking inside the app. The availability of these features depends where you live. Let's start with the airdrop arena. Airdrop is an event where some smaller cryptocurrency is distributed for free to users. You can join this by staking CRO for 6 or 12 months, and at the expiry, get the free tokens plus some generated interest. Supercharge is a similar thing, but here you get daily rewards for your stake. Then we got DeFi Yield. I don't know how to pronounce it. DeFi. Then we got DeFi Yield that allows users to stake money on decentralized finance tokens. For me, all this sounds the same. Forgive me my ignorance. In DeFi Yield, you get rewards up to 3 times per week. But why do they have so many? It feels like choosing a burger. Honestly, I guess it's to offer 1 or 2 options that are available in your country. 10 points for Spain for having forward-thinking crypto laws. Staking we already covered, and for the crypto earn, the platform has special offers for a fixed interest rate, staking and smaller coins with a fixed term like 3 months or 12 months. So for me, it looks like earning CRO and getting free altcoins looks quite easy. For passive investing, you simply buy or earn CRO, stake it in one of these options, and then wait until these things expire to collect the rewards. I'll try this out in the future. Okay, let me show you how to buy crypto in the app. First we log in, then we can go to the trade window, buy crypto. Let's say we want to buy Ethereum. So for 10 euros, I get 0.003 Ethereum. Sounds like a good deal to me. Review order. My debit card is already connected, so I can just buy it like this. Final time, my passcode. And now I'm a happy owner of Ethereum. Crypto.com also has a marketplace for NFT, but I don't understand that well enough to say anything about it, so let's skip that. Finally, what is useful for a beginner like me is the university. I did all the lessons, and this is a good way to learn the basics of crypto and trading, or just freshen up your memory. And finally, is Crypto.com safe? Let's look at the facts and the news over the years. This is where things get interesting. In 2022, the Dutch central bank fined crypto for 2.8 million euros for operating for 2 years in Netherlands without registering. Now they are probably registered. In the US, the SEC sent them a Wells notice, basically a warning that said, "We think you're breaking securities law." As a bold reply, Crypto.com pressed charges against the SEC for bullying, and the investigation was soon dropped. In recent years, Crypto.com has worked hard to get proper licenses around the world, like in Spain, France, the UK, Singapore, and Australia, and are working to get more. On the user side, they've added all the security layers you would expect. Know your customer verification, two-factor authentication, email confirmation, and QR code logins. So bottom line, crypto.com is generally safe, but not risk-free. You know, you need to know what you're doing when you start investing and trading and using your own money. For me, it seems safe enough, but you want to do your own homework. If you are curious to try it out, I left the link below. Getting that crypto.com debit card is pretty cool, so I'm going to get one. And as I keep learning the tools of the trade, I'll post more videos introducing the platforms and software. So you can watch another here.